You hatch from an egg, somewhere in the deserts of North America. The shell cracks open above your head, and you push through the dirt that covers it, with your legs digging up through the loose soil one push at a time. You break through to the surface and stop, because the open ground gives you nowhere to hide yet, so you press your body flat against the dirt, matching the color of the rocks and sand around you. A line of ants moves across the ground nearby. Your body already knows what to do with them, so you turn your head toward the closest one and snap forward. Your tongue catches it and pulls it back into your mouth, but the ant twists and bites the inside of your cheek before you swallow it. You shake your head from the bite, then try again, this time snapping at one near the back of the line. This one slides down easier, and you start picking off more, one after another. Then the ground in front of you changes color, as a shadow moves across it. You freeze instantly, with your legs locking flat against the dirt and your body going still. The shadow grows larger, then passes over you completely and keeps moving without stopping. A bird is hunting overhead, scanning the ground for movement, and your stillness is the only thing keeping you hidden from it. You wait until the shadow disappears past the rocks ahead before you move again. Then you go back to the ants, snapping at the ones still moving past, and swallow as many as your stomach can hold. A few weeks pass, and you're already hunting ants on your own every day. Today, a line of them leads toward a mound bigger than any you've fed from before, so you follow it closer than usual. You snap at the nearest ant, but this one is a soldier, much bigger than the others, and it clamps onto your lip and holds on. You shake your head hard, swinging it side to side, until the ant finally lets go and drops to the ground. You back away from the mound and turn to leave, but something small moves fast through the dirt toward you. It's a young roadrunner, still clumsy on its legs, pecking at the ground as it comes closer. You don't run, because running would only draw its attention faster. Instead, you pull air into your body and puff yourself up, with your spines lifting away from your skin and your whole shape doubling in size. The roadrunner stops short and tilts its head, studying the shape in front of it. Then it pecks once at your side and pulls back fast, because your spines catch against its beak. It backs off and moves away across the dirt, losing interest now that you're harder to grab. You let the air out slowly, and your body shrinks back down to its normal size. Then you turn back toward the ant mound, keeping your distance from the soldiers near the entrance and picking off stragglers near the edge instead. You're getting better at reading which ants are worth the risk and which ones aren't, but not every thread out here moves slow enough to spot coming. And soon, you'll meet one that hunts by smell instead of sight. 2 months old now, you spend most mornings pressed flat against open ground, letting your coloring match the dirt around you so nothing passing by can pick you out. Today you're doing exactly that when something moves through the grass nearby, sliding low and fast across the dirt. A snake is hunting close to you, with its tongue flicking in and out as it tracks a scent through the air. You stay completely still, because your coloring only works against something looking for shapes, not something following a scent trail. The snake's head turns toward you and stops, with its tongue flicking faster now that it's picked up something close. You don't move, even as the snake's body curls and its head lowers toward you. It strikes at the ground beside you, missing by less than a body length, so you push off hard and scramble sideways across the dirt. The snake recoils and turns to follow, but you've already reached a patch of rocks scattered across the ground. You squeeze yourself into a gap between two of them, with your body wedging tight against the stone on both sides. The snake's head pushes against the gap once, then pulls back, unable to fit through the space you've forced yourself into. You wait there until the snake gives up and moves on through the grass, hunting somewhere else now. Then you pull yourself back out from between the rocks and shake the dirt from your spines. Staying still only works on threats that hunt with their eyes. Out here, you're going to need a different trick for everything else that comes looking for you. Several months old now, you're crossing a stretch of open ground when the dirt shifts behind you and a coyote steps out from behind a bush. You freeze first, hoping your coloring is enough, but the coyote's nose is already pointed straight at you and it keeps coming. So you pull in air and puff your body up fast, with your spines locking outward in every direction. The coyote lunges anyway and clamps its jaws around your side, but your spines dig into its gums and it pulls back fast, shaking its head against the pain. It doesn't give up though, and circles around to come at you from the other side. You don't have anywhere left to run, so your body does something it's never done before. The blood vessels around your eyes swell under the pressure building inside your head, and a thin stream of blood shoots out toward the coyote's face. The coyote jerks its head back and starts pawing at its own mouth, snapping its jaws open and closed against the taste. It backs away from you completely, still pawing at its face, then turns and runs off through the bushes without looking back. You stay puffed up until the coyote is gone, then slowly let the air out and your spines settle back against your skin. The blood around your eyes dries in the air as you start moving again, heading back toward the ants you were hunting before all this started. That trick worked because of what's already inside you, the same ants you eat all day, leaving something in your blood that no coyote wants near its mouth. But that taste won't work on everything that hunts you. A year old now, you're picking through a line of ants when a shadow drops fast across the ground in front of you. You don't have time to freeze before sharp claws close around your back and lift you straight off the dirt. A hawk has you in its grip, climbing higher with each wing beat, so your body reacts the only way it knows how, and you puff up hard against the claws holding you. The hawk's grip loosens slightly from the spines pressing into its legs, but it doesn't let go. So you try the other trick, building pressure behind your eyes and shooting blood toward the hawk's face. It hits the feathers along its chest and does nothing at all, because the hawk has no interest in tasting what's on its claws. It only cares about getting you back to somewhere it can eat. The hawk's grip shifts as it adjusts its hold, and for a moment your body slips sideways inside its claws. You twist hard against the loose grip, dragging your spines across the hawk's leg, and the sudden scratch makes it flinch and open its claws just enough. You drop, hitting the ground hard and rolling through the dirt before scrambling upright and bolting toward a cluster of rocks nearby. You squeeze into a gap between the stones, with your body wedged tight enough that nothing above can reach you. The hawk circles once overhead, then flies off toward open ground. You got lucky that time, slipping free before those claws closed all the way. But you're fully grown now, and soon you'll need everything you've learned for something other than just staying alive. Fully grown now, you're moving along the edge of your territory when another lizard steps out from behind a patch of dry brush, the same size as you and clearly not planning to move. You both stop and face each other, with your bodies lowering flat against the ground and your spines lifting along your backs. Neither of you backs away, so you push forward and shove your head against the other lizard's side. It shoves back hard, knocking you sideways, but you plant your feet and push again, driving forward until the other lizard's legs slide across the dirt. It tries one more push against you, but loses its footing and stumbles back off the patch of ground it was holding. Then it turns and moves off through the brush, leaving the space to you. You hold your position for a while, letting your spines settle back down against your skin. Then movement catches your attention from the same direction the other lizard came from, and a female steps out into the open ground you just won. You lower your body and move toward her slowly, with your head bobbing up and down as you get closer. She doesn't move away, so you keep approaching until you're right beside her. You stay there together for a while, neither of you moving off the patch of ground between the rocks. You've spent your whole life learning how to avoid being eaten, but there's still one thing left to do before any of that knowledge means anything beyond just you. Weeks later, your body feels different, with your stomach swollen and heavy as you drag yourself across the dirt looking for the right spot to dig. You find a patch of loose soil near a cluster of rocks, so you start pushing your front legs into the ground, throwing dirt out behind you as the hole gets deeper. Once it's deep enough, you turn around and start dropping eggs into the hole, one after another, until your stomach feels empty again. You push the dirt back over the hole with your front legs, packing it down flat until the eggs are completely covered. Then movement catches your attention nearby, and a ground squirrel starts digging at the edge of the same patch of dirt, its claws throwing soil in every direction as it gets closer to where you just buried everything. You move toward it fast and snap at its side, catching it just enough to make it jump back from the spot. The squirrel turns and runs off across the dirt, abandoning whatever it was digging for in the first place. You stay near the buried eggs a while longer, but nothing else comes digging at the spot. Then you turn and walk away from the nest completely, leaving the eggs buried under the dirt with nothing watching over them. They'll have to dig themselves out the same way you once did, with no one there to help them through it. Your part in all this is finished now, but your own life is still going, and out here, that means there's always something else waiting to test you. 2 years old now. You're picking off ants near the edge of your territory when a shadow crosses the ground in front of you. You freeze instantly, pressing your body flat against the dirt the way you always have, but the shadow doesn't move on this time. It tightens into a circle right above you, with a roadrunner closing in fast from the open ground ahead instead of from the air. You don't have time to run, so you pull in air and puff your body up hard, with your spines locking outward the way they've worked before. The roadrunner doesn't stop or pull back this time. It grabs you anyway, clamping its beak around your middle despite the spines pressing into it, and slams you hard against the ground. The impact knocks the air out of your puffed-up body, and your spines drop flat against your skin before you can stop them. The roadrunner lifts you and slams you down again, harder this time, against a flat rock beside the dirt. Your body goes still, with no air left to puff back up and no strength left to twist free. The roadrunner picks you up completely and tips its head back, swallowing you down in one motion. It stands there a moment longer, then moves off across the dirt, continuing its search across the open ground for whatever comes next.